Today I'm going to show you how to draw this cute little starfish with markers. This is an easy beginner drawing lesson for kids of all ages, so let's begin. Hi everyone, welcome to Rain Francis Art for Kids. My name is Rain. In this series, Nature and the Universe, we draw everything that's in nature and everything that's up in the skies. So let's begin. I'm going to show you what you need for today's drawing lesson. You'll need a piece of paper. I have my dollar store drawing pad out here, 8.5 by 11 inches wide. You're going to need a pencil, an eraser, and if you have an old paintbrush lying around that you've never used before, it's great for wiping off the dust and eraser bits from your page. I have a yellow marker, a light blue marker, and my black fine liner marker. Fine liner just means it's got a thin tip. I use this for outlining. Now you can choose any colors you want. Just choose a light one and a not so light one. Like if you wanted to do yellow and orange, or yellow and pink, or pink and red, you know, just have fun with the colors. So let me show you how to draw a star. Now this is how I do it. I start with a circle, and that sort of gives me a reference point. And then I start at the top, and I do the top of the starfish like this. If you were drawing a star, it would be pointy at the top. And then we do the sides. Like that. And then the feet, or the bottom, one like that, and one like that. Now I do the circle because it helps me to see where the edges of the starfish are supposed to be. Now what I'm going to do is, I made these ones a little thicker than this one, so I'm just going to make this one a little wider. And I'll erase that so that you can see what it looks like. And I'm going to erase more after, but I just wanted to show you. And this is where you can go in and start fixing things up a little bit, you know, like this one, maybe it could be a little longer. Just go in and do what you want. Make your starfish look as nice as you want it to look. That's why we have erasers on our pencils, right? Now we're going to erase better later, but I just wanted to show you kind of what it looked like. So what I'm going to do right now, and I'll leave that optional for you, is I'm going to outline with my marker, but only the outside, not the inside circle or the inside lines, okay? And because I'm going to be erasing my pencil marks, I really don't mind if I go outside the lines right now. It gives me the opportunity to fix things too, you know? Like that. I went outside the line, but that's okay. Now, if you're going to erase your pencil marks, make sure that your marker is dry. You'll have to test your marker to make sure it's dry, because if it's still a little wet, it's going to smudge all over the page. So now I'm going to gently, gently, gently erase all of my pencil marks, because I don't want them to show. And I'm gently erasing because even though it's marker, you can erase marker sometimes. Not completely, but if you press really hard, the black will start to fade a little bit and it won't look very nice. So I'm going very gently. Okay, I'm going to wipe away my eraser bits. And there's my starfish. So the first thing I'm going to do is, let's see, I'm going to take my pencil again, and I'm going to mark where I want to put her eyes, okay? Probably in the middle here. Big oval eyes. Now usually we do this all at once, but I wanted to erase all the pencil marks before I put the eyes in, because I thought it might get a little too confusing. And inside those big ovals, we'll put some small ovals here. All right. We're going to just outline the eyes, and we'll put all the details of her face in later, okay, after we put in our color. So just outline the eyes if you're outlining. And I'm going to wait a little bit so that I can erase those pencil marks. But my marker dries really, really quick. I know my marker pretty well. So I'm just going to gently erase my pencil marks from the eyes. There we go. Okay, so why don't we take our yellow color, and we're going to just put a few dots, okay? Yellow dot, yellow dot, yellow dot. Do that on all sides of the starfish. You can put as many dots as you like. I'm putting 3. Oh, my dog's awake and he's coughing and sneezing. Okay. Now we're going to take our blue color, and what I'm going to do is outline all of those yellow dots, because we're going to be coloring the starfish in completely blue, and I don't want to erase my yellow dots. This is just going to give you a reference so you know not to put any blue there. I love yellow and blue together. They're such pretty colors together. Now you can do this with coloring pencils too, or crayons. There we go. Now what I do, and this is just me, you can color it in any way you want. I do a complete outline like this over the whole thing so that I know where my blue is going to go. It's just easier for me. And I'll go around the eyes too very carefully. Don't want to get any blue into the eyes. My dog's asleep and snoring again. It always amazes me how quickly they can fall asleep. I wish I could. I wish I could fall asleep as quickly as they do. So you see what I'm doing? I'm just kind of outlining to give myself a reference, because we're using a lot of color in this starfish, a lot of blue. Just being careful not to go outside of that black line. But if you go outside the line, don't worry. We're just here to have fun. I just want to show you some tricks and to show you how to draw. But we're not looking for perfection here. I want you to be happy and enjoying the drawing lesson, not worrying about going outside the lines. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is just color it all in. Have you ever seen a starfish? I have never seen one. In the ocean, I mean, I've never seen one. I used to go to the beach a lot, but I never ever saw a starfish. I don't know. I'm in Canada, so I don't know if it's too cold here for them. I'm not sure. I've seen jellyfish. Don't like those. I got stung by a jellyfish one time. Oh my goodness. That really hurt. I remember I was a kid and we were on Prince Edward Island in Canada,
And the beach, I think the beach we went to was called Cavendish Beach. It's a very popular beach. And there were some jellyfish there, and I didn't know what they were. And so I touched one, and it stung me. I was afraid to go into the water for the longest time after that. You know, I didn't know better. I have seen starfish at the at an aquarium though. They're really, really pretty. They don't have faces though, like the ones I draw, but they're really, really pretty. Did you guys choose blue and yellow? Jack's up again. This marker that I'm using, I actually bought at the dollar store. It's a pretty good marker. It was the Dollarama dollar store. It's got an edge that kind of feels like a paintbrush. They actually call it a paintbrush tip. And it's fun to use when you're coloring. You don't have to have expensive things to draw, you know. If you see a drawing lesson where they say, oh, you have to have this and you have to have that, trust me, you don't have to have expensive supplies. If you're just learning, just get stuff from the dollar store. All my stuff. I have so much stuff from the dollar store. I remember I was taking a drawing course about 3 years ago, and the teacher was saying, you have to have this type of coloring pencil, and you have to have this type of drawing paper. And he gave out a list. And I remember when I went to the store, I could not believe it. The coloring pencils he said we needed for drawing were $180. Oh my goodness. I don't have $180. And the paper was $50 for 12 sheets. So I wrote him an email and I said, is this really, really necessary? We're just learning. He's like, well, you can cheap out and buy the cheap stuff, but you're not going to get a good result. Can you believe he said that to a student? So I didn't continue the course because I thought this guy he must be rich because I couldn't afford that. Anyway, so now I am going to take my black marker and fill in those pupils black. How are you guys doing? Are you having fun? I hope you're having fun. I tried to pick some summery subjects for my drawing lessons for June. Okay, now this one, I'm going to make it a little bigger actually. There we go. Oh, I've got blue on me here. See, my marker didn't dry it, and I kind of got it here. That's all right. The dollar store markers take a little longer to dry than this one. This one, the brand is called Winsor Newton. It's a good marker, but it is a little bit expensive, so I buy that to do the artwork that I'm trying to sell. So all right, so her eyes are done and we are making her a her. So let's give her a nice big smile.
Okay? And let's give her some cheeks. Do you remember how to do cheeks? Little semicircles at the edge of each side of the mouth like that, and it makes her look like she's got chubby cheeks. And we'll put some eyelashes on her. She's very happy. How about some eyelashes on the bottom too? And maybe some eyebrows up here. There we go. There is our cute little starfish. Now, my friends, don't forget to sign your work. I want you to be proud of what you've just drawn. It's a work of art and you should be very happy with it. Well, I really hope that you enjoyed this lesson, my friends, and we'll see you next time on Rain Francis Art for Kids. Thanks for watching. Bye.